fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'm a woman where's a nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gon' miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's a Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the picture. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, niggas training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Batman, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she glad to be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back bend. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like never get up out my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one rest. Some break off and never take off, that's a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better hide the women, hide the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't butt the system. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in there with me. We in the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Black and Hispanic, Native American, Indian. We ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas trippin', they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the group with the slide. For real, I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got 9s, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like, bitch, or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with what me and my nigga like. My nigga like. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. You understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah.
Backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, but he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. Soft cold shit, we bout it. UPK, soup solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood, a hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK UPK suit solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. It ain't enough clips in your army. All the bitches wanna take my piece. All they hoes wanna take my piece. All the nigga wanna take my piece. No, I can't let a dog take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a hoe study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the starter and I show her. She could never get a piece hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bitch mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't none of me. Bass up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're scoring off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UPK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I was stalking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga, I popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK too solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood or hood? More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gon' be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. Stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Yeah. Cold shit.
I ain't come with goons, but I'm well connected. Walk in the room, it's pop, 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 like you got rejected. Let me see if you qualify or not. Spinning up in a tinted truck, riding around your block. Busy man. I get a word, he ain't this shit from top to bottom like a motherfucking ceiling fan. Hopping out the rental van, on my way to LAX. Brothers out in Cali and they killers out in every set. But I ain't crippin' on no blood. One West, all my niggas got it out the mud. Put your face on a t-shirt, memory of niggas acting tough in them songs, that's the drugs. I don't need no cases, all my pistols clean. So now I weigh my options, used to use the triple beam. Used to get the wop, mix it with the nicotine. Now I travel state to state and put on for my team.
The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Keep the Glockin' with me, it was like a ball with him. Me at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one West, go to war with everybody. Cut the grass for the snakes, fuck the gossip. Front line with them soldiers, that's my posture. Gun drawn, tryna curse an imposter. Shit get out the pocket, go to war with everybody, yeah. Send that hate, make it to the featherweights. Niggas claim they hard, but they sweeter than a dedication. Hold on, think it's time to introduce. I'm a man and a beast and a stepper and a ruler. Hold on, and a G and a soldier and a mover. Hold on, and a killer and a prophet and a shooter, nigga. Trying to stay humble, my shit crazy. Cold leader, need the blue stripes, no brick break. Can't be serious, you a funny boy, young fly. Look wrong, must be a dummy, I ain't gun shy. Fuck that little bitch, she a hook. Niggas swear he to go, bring him to the bush. To the bush. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. Niggas in their feelings, I don't feel them. Kid the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. We at the end, gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? What's the problem? One West, go to war with everybody.
I'm from Philly, you get hot, you catch a cold case. I'm one West, these brothers trying to set my soul straight. They done turned me to a prophet from a demon, and I'm locked in this shit and I ain't leaving. Never. Ski mask, transform the war mode like I'm Voltron. Stamp on my head and my chest from the most high. Put something tight around your neck like a bow tie. Got my niggas waiting charged up like they phone died.
Red letter, drip clean, it looks so fly. Claim he riding, that's why I left his ass roadside. He gon' die, skyscraper to a nosedive. 9mm plus P, fuck a 4-5. The fuck wrong with him? Ain't on my level, I should let my dog get him. I see niggas and they feelings, I don't feel them. Kick the Glocky with me, it was like a ball with him. Be at the end, I gotta stay patient. They hate me, Lord, I gotta stay patient. You one of them? Yeah. What's the problem? I'm one west, go to war with everybody.
Turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he trying to sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the ISUPK, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. Seen a man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughter, there's one man in your bed, I won't stand for less. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile leg. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono tried to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets but the truth made me a man. Shit I don't really speak cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
For the rebel, busy man, shit, nigga. They tear their head over, nigga. I pray where Eve did to Adam, I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like stamps and I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, oh they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Niggas think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying. This shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Circle up and stay alert. Another cop just stretched the nigga. He ain't demon, this that exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. You took that oath in blood, then you know I'm gon' get active with you. Fuck the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spittin', I ain't listening. Is in fact the fear. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jack. So time war, we gon' run the summer. It's gon' be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers, hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I came to do that, bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real triggering on them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cold leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear him. This shit light work. It ain't on who got the gun, it's on who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game changer. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chain frame. Shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feed you, you'll never get that hand back. He bitchin' about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. I'm a certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, I with that hollow side, yeah, this the rim McCoy. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Should be, man. And that's not how it should be, man. This scripture that Christ had told his disciples is how you stop crime as a whole. Because when you go to him and him alone, and for you sisters out there who love the beef and who don't like to talk to another woman about, you know, how she, you know, treated you, you sisters need to go to her alone as well.
Nobody is holding you accountable for the things that you say you were doing or not doing. You know, there's no, like the scriptures say, everything should be done in decency and in order.
That's right.
There's no order and decency with you going on the internet and running in the streets with no guidance, without being sent, without being anointed by the man of the Lord, by being sent by a man of God out there on them streets. You must be sent.
When you hear us say salute, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabrakatah, right? That is Hebrew, okay? Shalom, Shalom, that is not Hebrew. I don't know where you learned that from, most likely from Esau, from the Jewish. On the street corners. And we ain't selling dope, but we are teaching you how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We are teaching you how to not be a drug addict and a drug dealer, how to keep you out of prison, how to not make you a target for Esau to use. All right, let's clap it up. All right, first things first, Shalom, Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua Barakatah to the brother, Shalom Yahweh Shamar, Allah B'Shem Yahshua to the sister, all right? I am priest and officer 5000, Maccabia out of Minnesota, ISUPK, under Commander General Yohana. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, all over. And also, too, make sure that you share the content as well, all right? If you believe that, you have family, you have friends, somebody that needs to actually hear the truth that, your pastor, your preacher, nobody has ever told you before about the Bible, which belongs to the so-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, and how it fixes all of our issues and problems that you can think of, then make sure that you share this content. All right. So as we know, as the title says right here, is this the end? When do we disconnect from American society? All right. This is a very, very important topic due to the fact of all the current events that's happening right now in our society in America and even outside, to be quite honest. But more about the ideology of this place. If you have noticed, for a very, very long time, this place has had no rest. What do I mean by has no rest? Meaning that Black, Hispanic, Native Indian people have had no breaks. Constantly, every single solitary day, every month, every year, it seems like we are the topic. We are the main topic of everything, good or bad, but mainly bad when it comes to our oppressor, which is nothing that we should be surprised about. All right. I find it very funny right now that with the government shutdown, they're showing how Black people are the face of, food stamps. And now we have Donald Trump and others saying that, it's good that the government shutdown is happening to where people are not going to receive their monthly, their monthly amounts of what they have for food stamps. So that way they don't illegally use it for other things. Because some people, like with SNAP, what is called, SNAP or food assistance, not only do you have the food stamp portion, but you also have the cash portion to where you are able to actually pull out funds versus just swipe your card for the actual food. So things that are not food, you have the cash options to pay for. But they're now saying that a lot of Black people and Hispanics, or those that are on assistance of food stamps, are using it for the wrong things that are not food. And we just saw a story about how, people are, being charged because of it. But now what they're not telling you, those people that are being charged for it are the majority of white people. Okay? Once again, there is statistics that clearly show who are the number one on welfare and who is number one on SNAP food assistance. And it's not Black or Hispanics. We are in the top 5, but we are not number 1, however. And just like anything else in life, right? The war on drugs. The war on drugs, we were the face of that whole epidemic. But what they won't tell you is it was truly white people that should have been the face, because they were the ones that were strung out on drugs. And they were the ones that were on the heaviest, hardest drugs, but Black people were getting the harsher penalties for it. All right. Of course, we were targeted, we were affected, but we should not have been the face of that, because the FBI, the CIA, and others were, and of course, those that were in office, the governments and other countries were moving these drugs during the war of drugs. The war on drugs, Salakia. But however, Black people were the face of it. When who should have been the face of it was our oppressor, because they were the ones that were moving the weight and actually doing the drugs as well. So your politicians, your senators, your governors, your Congress, your councilmen, your councilwomen, all those people who sit in the seat to make laws and make judgments on your life, they were the ones that should have really been the face, because they were the ones responsible. But however, they had to put the blame on somebody. All it really is true propaganda. And one thing about the oppressor he's very good at is deceiving others. That's why we say that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Understand that the word devil simply means that liar or deceiver. And also too, just to throw it in there, the word evil is in there as well, devil. And which is our oppressor. He is all of the above, all of the above. That's what he is. And right now, once again, they are spreading more and more lies. And instead of them coming together to figure out a solution for the healthcare and for the poor, they decide to take from the poor. And they're trying to raise up the healthcare by next year to, hundreds and hundreds more dollars that we do not have as the poor. And when I say we, I'm talking about those that are in need. All right? Those that are truly in need, Black, Hispanic, Native Indians that are at the bottom, we don't have it. But however, with this going on, you also have the ice raids that are still happening, very much so. We still have, somehow, some way, with the shutdown happening, we still have time to celebrate the oppressors' holidays, which is absolutely, insane. But then again, when you truly love this place in America, you'll find a way to serve their gods. You'll find a way to fit in within the norm of the society, And once again, our oppressor is such an evil beast because he knows that, like clockwork, with this shutdown, you will still find a way to get that money and still participate in their, in their business, which is this place called America, and their holidays and stuff like that, because it's all about business. Thanksgiving is not truly about family time. Halloween is not truly about, dressing up and, excitement of different characters. Christmas is not really about, Santa Claus and family again. It's really all about money and business. That's what they do. They profit off of these things. If it doesn't make money, it doesn't matter to the oppressor. So the question is that I always have for every so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that is not inside of the Israelite school of UPK is, when will you learn? When will you actually, get it inside your thick skull that it's time for you to separate and cut all ties to America? Am I saying that you should flee somewhere else? No, absolutely. Because no matter where you go, understand that if you are not serving the Most High and keeping his laws, his statutes and commandments, which is mandatory of us, then you will always suffer the plagues of your oppressor. Like understand that this beast that we are under, he is everywhere. His power is reaching all over this entire earth. This earth is polluted with the disease of this man that we are under right now. And if you are so-called, Hispanic, Latino, if you are so-called Haitian, if you are so-called, a Native Indian, it's time for you to really start thinking about your people, because nobody has us in their efforts. No one is giving a damn about us. What I find very funny at this moment, Jamaica has been hit with Hurricane Melissa. All right? It's been about, at least I think about 2 weeks now. And they say that this hurricane is not going to pass through until possibly the middle of November. And I mean, man, the damage that it already has done, and by the time it stops, I mean, they already lost about, I believe, close to 10 people. And I'm sure there's more that have not been identified because of all the damage that has been done. And they have not got to those places that have been damaged because of all the water, right? But the aftermath is going to be even horrible. I know it is. It always is, always. So, however, what happened to praying for Jamaica? What happened to, going to their aid? Because when it was Palestine and Ukraine, the whole earth was hand in hand. The whole earth was in unity. There was equality, it seemed like. It seemed like everybody stopped what they were doing and they poured all their love and support into all these other places. Palestine, Israel, Gaza, Sudan, so on and so forth, Paris. But Jamaica, I'm barely hear anything about Jamaica. I'm seeing less and less footage. I'm seeing less and less articles, less and less information about this. Like, where's the Black leaders at? Where are the leaders of Jamaica? I'm barely seeing them. I've probably seen them speak up maybe once or twice. Where is all the news reporters? Where's the news coverage? Where is the support and love for Jamaica when you know all the love and support was out there for all the other countries, all the other places that were affected by natural disasters? I just find it very ironic when it comes to God's chosen people, there is no love, there is no support. Now, are we begging for it? Do we want it? No. But however, I mean, once again, God's chosen people, we are the ones that, like we are the foundation of this place. And the treatment that we receive is absolutely disgusting and distasteful in my sight. We are the spine. We are the foundation of this place, of this entire earth, under our oppressor. And yet, we do not get the respect that is owed and due to us. So I do want to get into a few scriptures, you know what I mean? And I want to definitely open up some more conversations and hopefully, you know, free a lot of people's mind of the distractions that are happening right now in front of your face. All right, right now. There's a lot that is going on that is not being talked about or mentioned. Just like any other time. This happens all the time. But because, you know, our oppressor is such a great deceiver, I mean, man, how would you know about these things that are happening in the earth? Because you're focused on all the wrong things, like Halloween, like Thanksgiving that's coming up this month, like Christmas next month, and then a month after, New Year's, and then this trending topic, this trending dance. Oh, who is going to be elected for 2026, 2028? You know, all these things that really do not profit you anything at all. You are going to be worried about all the wrong things, but never the things that are going to really affect you coming up very soon. All right, let's get Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26. All right, let me see here. If anybody, again, as well, has any questions or comments, you can type it into the chat, all right? Let me see. Give me one moment. All right. So, let me take this off. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. All right. Let's get some precepts real quick. All right. All right. Let me share my screen. All right. Let's see. Where are we? All right. Most High in Christ. So, all right. This is Leviticus chapter 20, verse 26, and it reads, "And ye shall be a holy, ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people, that ye should be mine." Now let's dissect this. And I said it on purpose because the word severed, you know, it kind of relates to that, right? So, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy." Now, one question that you always must ask yourself is, what does the word holy mean? Because a lot of people who grew up in the church, surprisingly, do not know what this word means. When you are in the church, you think holy means something that is good, something that is great, it's pure. At least that's what I thought it was when you know, I used to go to church. Now, I didn't grow up in the church, however, but because I learned about God from word of mouth, from what people said in the family, friends, just people in the neighborhood, I thought holy meant pure. I thought it meant a lot of things. But when you actually look at the word, it makes a lot more sense to the context of the chapter, the context of any time you see the word holy throughout the Bible. So, "And ye shall be holy unto me, for I am the Lord." So for I, the Lord, am holy. So the word holy means to be set apart or separate. Now you may ask yourself, why is that? Why is the Lord saying be separate or be set apart? From what? From what exactly, right? Let's keep going. And have severed you from other people that you should be mine. Now, in the first 5 books of Moses, which Leviticus is written by Moses, otherwise Mashah in the Hebrew. Now, the Most High has established through Moses, and reading the first 5 books of Moses, what you are going to find out is that the Most High has what is called a chosen people. And with all the nations, with all the groups of people on the face of the earth, God did not choose every single group of people. So just like you're at school and you are in a gym class, right? PE or a gym class is what they call it. You have to have teams. You have the red team and the blue team, okay? You're playing flag football, basketball, whatever sport. Not everybody is going to be cut out for the team. And those that are left out did not make the cut. So the children of Israel, which there are 12 tribes of us, and I'm just going to bring it all together real quick without naming all 12 tribes. You have so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, and so-called Indians, right? Native Indians to be exact, right? North American Indians. And with those groups make up 12 tribes. Now, when I say black, I mean so-called African American, because I'm not saying black as far as the skin color. Because every ethnic group of people has some type of melanin to their skin besides white people, Europeans, Caucasians, however you want to say it, right? But to the point, not everybody made the cut, but however, Haitians, Jamaicans, African Americans, Cubans, Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Seminole Indians, Native Indians. I'm missing another one too, but you know, you get the point. All the people that are not desired in this place, those are the people that the Most High wanted to be holy, to be set apart, to be separate from who exactly? Not from each other, but from other people that were not chosen by the Most High. Okay? Because the Most High is such a great Father, He doesn't want His children to have the influence of those that are not His children, those that are not chosen. So let's read again. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have severed you from other people that ye should be mine. And how do you know if somebody is someone else's child, right? First things first, we should understand truly who the Most High power is, right? And once you get a clear understanding how the Most High operates, and then you look at the children that He has chosen to be His people. I mean, the Bible says to be in the image of Him, right? Paraphrasing. And so just like how the Most High is as a man, His children have to be the same way, to be in the same likeness, the same spirit, to be one body with one another, right? And then you start to see like, okay, yeah, that's the Most High's children. But however, when you look at those other people, you're like, nah, my children would never do that. I'll give you an example, right? The Most High children should never smoke weed. My children should never commit any type of crimes. My children should not sleep with his father's wife, his brother's wife. There should be no incest. There should be no woman within our nation, any Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian woman that should be a harlot, a whore. There should be no men or women that should be having intercourse with the same sex. But however, those things are happening is because we have lost our way Instead of following the Most High, we have followed after those other people that the Most High told us to be holy against, to be set apart from. And that's our problem today. So I do ask the question, when do we disconnect from American society? Because right now in society, the new age and in the new world that we live in, right? They always talk about, like people always talk about a new world order. You got people on the internet who just smokes a lot of weed, which once again, getting high is your problem. It is a sin, however, too, right? But it is the main issue why you cannot see clearly. You think that you have a higher understanding when in actuality you are unintelligent and your brain cells are just getting smaller and smaller because what you're smoking is not weed. All right, it's not weed. And one thing that people do not understand that get high off of drugs is that we must separate from this society, because this society says you should get high. It's okay to be with the same sex. It's all right to, have sex with any and everybody and feel no shame. It's okay to exploit and sexualize ourselves. It's all right to be a junkie. It's all right to be an alcoholic. It's all right if you, go to jail, do a little crime, you get a little time, It's all right to date outside of your race, outside of your family. That's what the American society says. It's okay to join every religion. That is not right. According to who? The Most High, that is. The Most High in Christ have showed us the perfect example of what it means to keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and showed us how life would be if we do not. And right now, if you are not keeping the law of the Most High, you are truly suffering. If not now, sooner or later, you are going to feel the pain. You are going to live through the pain and die in it as well. And you are going to just see how it's better to be on the side of the Most High than be on the other side of him. Because with this government shutdown, you already know what's coming. I promise you, or better yet, I guarantee you, I assure you that the crime is going to go up and that there's going to be robberies and unalivings because of this. And expect the oppressor to be one of the main ones that are going to lose their mind. Like at the job that I work at right now, I call it a slavery because it's a 9-to-5, it's slavery, right? But this slavery or this job that I work at, we just got a mass text from, the manager laying out rules of what we, how we should approach the government shutdown when customers come into the store, right? And stuff like that, because we already know what's going to happen. People are going to be upset. They're going to lose their mind, and things are just going to, get worse. Like just the other day, some white man, by the way, I have to point that out. Some white thug, some white thief. He stuffed a whole bunch of steaks in his pockets and ran out of the goddamn grocery store. And he was caught, right? Like he was caught in the sense of like we seen it, but once he left out and he was running, it was it was too late. But the thing is, we're already seeing that happen. I'm seeing it happen. Everybody's seeing it happen, and it's because, again, these people are the problem, and these people should be the face of emergency assistance. Because they are the ones that are upset about it going crazy. Black and Hispanic people are going to adjust. All right. Black and Hispanic people are going to adjust with this shutdown. And in Israelite school, Universal Practical Knowledge, we are not you know, we are not worried about this shutdown. And the reason being is because we've been had a plan if this were to happen when we actually knew it was going to happen sooner or later. And the plan is that we have food drives every week. We have pantries. We have food banks. And we give out food all the time. And this is the time where you should not, as a so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, do not lose yourself. Do not lose your mind. Do not do the thing that is easy, which is sinning. Don't do the thing that you feel like you have to do, which is to commit crime like the oppressor. And I'm speaking to every Israelite out there, man. If you are in need of food and water or just anything, what you have to do is reach out to the Israelite School, a University of Practical Knowledge. In every zone where the ISUPK is, we have food. We are the emergency assistance. All right? We are the emergency assistance. You don't have to rely on the government. When the government feels like taking the very thing that you need in order to live and survive for you and your family, what you should do is lean on the Israelite School, UPK. Because one thing that the Lord is going to make sure is that his children are going to be fed. And thanks to the Most High in Christ for a man like Commanding General Yohanan, who makes sure that his people are taken care of. And let's give that a hand. Like, come on, man. Because that's the truth, all right? That is the absolute truth. Commander General Yohanan takes care of his people. And his soldiers, his men underneath him, his daughters underneath him, they make sure of that as well. Like, come on, man. The government shutdown, that's a joke. It's nice. It's nice to have, some extra funds that you don't have to pull out of your physical check if you're working, because that 9 to 5, they're already taking everything out. They're taking out the check. I'm sorry. They're taking out the rent, the car note, child support, and just any and everything, utilities, the internet bill, all of that. They're taking out every goddamn thing, and you're not seeing nothing. Medical bills, which is already high as hell to the goddamn sky, right? But again, food and water is something that you don't ever have to worry about, because in the ISUPK, we are the food program. We have it. We had it since 1969. Our doors are open 24/7. If you are in Minnesota, our phone number is 612-524-9544. All right, 612-524-9544. We are the ones that are going to feed our people when the government is not going to do it. And that's all right. And that's all right, man. Because when they decide to take something away, just understand that we have it. You are not going to starve or die on our watch. I pray you understand. All right. So let's move on from that, right? Let me see. Okay. Let me see. I want to get into another scripture here real quick. I do got to, let me see what time is it. All right. Y'all bear with me real quick. Let me check something. Let me see. Okay. All right, let's get 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. All right, let's get that real fast. Again, if anybody has any questions or concerns, you can type it into the chat, all right? We are not Christians. You can ask any question possible. Now, let's get it right here. So, all right, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. So now let's back up some, so we can dissect and understand the scripture, right? So this is Paul, by the way, in the place of Thessalonica, I believe. Let no man deceive you by any means. Because one thing about our oppressor, one thing about just people in general, right? A person that deceives, they are only deceiving you because they want to gain something out of you. Always understand that. Someone that is a cheat, someone that is a thief, the goal is to covet, to take, right? So they want to gain something. This is just like your Christian pastor, right? Your T.D. Jakes, your Marvin, I forget the name of the person who said, close the doors, lock the doors, right? The same other man, I believe his name is Marvin something as well, where he told the lady, like, look, I needed another 1,000. You gave me, you gave me less than 1,000. I need 1,000 more. You gave me 800. No, what I said was I need 1,000. I need this, that, and the third. Like, I need more money, which is absolutely evil. Just absolutely evil, right? One thing about people that want gain, they are disgusting and evil, and they will deceive you. They call themselves the man of the Lord. They call themselves a helping hand. Someone that is someone that you can absolutely entrust in. They call themselves the police, the FBI, the CIA, the judges, the lawyers. Now, I'm not saying that you cannot trust some of them, but understand that there's corruption everywhere because of the oppressor. So let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. One thing that we must understand is who you are dealing with. Your oppressor, the enemy. The main problem with so-called African Americans, Latinos, and North American Indians is that we don't always see who the threat is or what a threat might be, because we have a gift and a curse, which is just having compassion and finding the good side in everyone and everything, when we have to be very careful, because not everyone and everything has your best interest. And that's why the Most High told us in one scripture out of many, the previous one I just read in Leviticus 20:26, that we have to be holy and be severed from the other people. And Salaki, I did not mention this. The word severed means to be, to be cut off, right? Now, the one thing about the word severed, when you look at the definition, it means severed violently or by force. That's not pleasant. And the reason why the word sever, which is also like a medical terminology, a medical word, is because, like, for example, if somebody gets into a car accident, when you read articles sometimes, it says that, oh, that person's leg was severed, their head was severed, their arm was severed, meaning that because of that accident, the accident caused something to rip violently. It wasn't a clean cut. It was ripped off in a very violent, forceful way, which is not good. So with the son of perdition, I'm sorry, let me see. Yeah, so what we must understand is who is our enemy. And our enemy, again, is going to be the oppressor. Now, we have other enemies as well that we must be concerned about. It's the other nations. It's not just all about, the Caucasians and things of that sort, but they are the main problem because they control this earth. They control everything that you can, possibly think of, because they have the keys. They have the reins of this place. So, again, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first. Don't let Esau, who is the white man, deceive you at the fact that, the food stamps and stuff like that is, you are the problem. You brothers and sisters out there, it's a problem. You guys are using the EBC for your Don Julio and using it for your weave. Like I seen a goddamn disgusting news reporter who was like, it's kind of good that the shutdown is happening so that way black people don't have to use it for their weave and liquor and drugs and stuff like that. That's not that is an issue, but that's not the overall picture of the issue. The issue is the oppressor is using that as a distraction like he always does. We are not the face, although they plaster us as the face. They are the face because they are number one on the charts of food assistance. But however, the oppressor does not want to dig into his own pockets to make adjustments, to make cuts. But however, the moment and chance that they get, when they need money, when they need to, to get to make a decision, they always look to make the poor more poor and make the rich more rich. Also, too, with the whole thing about COVID-19, one thing that everybody must understand, right? They had the money for everybody to be at home during the COVID-19 pandemic, and they were able to give out checks. Now, we were getting $1,200 stimulus checks in the U.S., right? $600 to $1,200 stimulus check, but they could have absolutely gave us more. Understand that although America is in debt of trillions of dollars, which is very insane, by the way, because America is one of the most richest businesses on this planet. It's one out of many. They had money sitting on the side that could literally have people stay at home instead of working. And everyone would be comfortable enough to be given a fair wage and survive and make it throughout life. And we realized that during the pandemic. That $1,200 that they gave, and when you saw on the news how they were going back and forth trying to make a decision on how much to give everybody throughout the entire earth, especially in America, what you saw, if you were paying attention, is that they have a lot more, like America has a lot more money that could have been given more than the $1,200 for each family or each household that could have fixed homelessness, that could have fixed the starvation, all of the above. Now, money cannot fix everything. Money is a defense, just like wisdom is a defense. But with the wisdom that I've seen, let me see. With the wisdom that I've seen and perceived from watching the news and looking at everything that played out, even after the fact that it was after the pandemic had ended, even the people in power said the same thing, that they had the money. It was just about, how are we going to distribute the money? Because we got this, we got that, we got this, we got that. I mean, I can tell you where the money could have came from, so that way our people can be off the streets and not homeless and fix, the hunger problem that we're dealing with. I don't understand how in this place called America, which is the most richest place ever, how there's a hunger problem. With all the food banks, with all the assistance, that should never be a problem, ever. But I digress. When Christ returns, and there is a new, king in power, because right now the king is going to be, your Donald Trumps and his bosses, all the governments, all the councilmen. Like when there's a true righteous authority on the face of this earth, what we are going to realize is that Black and Hispanics and Native Indians should have been a power from the beginning. That's what we are going to realize. We should have been the beginning. We should have been the ones ruling this place from the beginning. And what you're going to realize is that what the hell is a hunger problem? When you have wise men, a nation of people, God's chosen people who is running this earth, if there is a problem, it's going to be handled with wisdom. It's going to be handled with care and consideration of the people. But however, we have wicked leaders, wicked people in power that are trying to dig into in your pockets that you don't have, dig into your piggy bank that you don't have, in order to make decisions that are in their best efforts and not yours. Goddamn America. Again, let me get this. Let no man deceive you by any means, because a lot of people are deceived right now with the whole shutdown, which is a big ass distraction. Because, I mean, Jamaica, man. Jamaica. I mean, we now we got to worry about them. Now we have to worry about our brothers and sisters out there in Jamaica. Once again, I don't hear about any national news talking about sending aid and providing help with the level of love and support that there was for Palestine and all the other countries that were in a similar situation as Jamaica. I'm not seeing that level of support for Jamaica right now. And I pray to the Lord that the brothers and sisters, man, make it out alive. I know that there is, brothers and sisters who already lost their lives, but I pray for the safety and security of those brothers and sisters, man, that's going through a terrible, horrible time in Jamaica and in all the surrounding areas that are going to be affected as well. This Hurricane Melissa is something serious and terrible. All right? But however, you're not going to hear this from, your favorite entertainer. You're not going to hear this mostly from, your popular news station, which is unfortunate. Once again, our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Let's keep going. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first. We're seeing everything fall away right now in front of our eyes. At least I hope everybody understands that. What we are seeing today is this place falling apart. But you have to pay close attention, because there's always going to be a distraction to where you get back to the program of the American society. Oh, Halloween's coming up. Oh, Christmas. How am I going to get this money for New Year's? How am I going to, get a chance to celebrate my birthday? Like, Christmas should be canceled. Thanksgiving, especially, because it's one of the most disrespectful and distasteful holidays of this place. That should not be on your mind right now. We're damn near in a recession, just like the pandemic, which we almost went into a recession. Like, we have came close to a recession multiple times within the past couple of decades. All right. And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. One thing that we must understand, that the son of perdition is going to be our oppressor, right? And the word perdition means utter destruction, eternal damnation. With all the problems that are happening in this place called America, or better yet, the earth, what we should all understand is that who's responsible? That man of sin is going to be the one that is in power. So look at Donald Trump. Look at Vladimir Putin. Look at these men of high stature. These people who are making rules on your life. The people who are responsible on whether you eat or do not eat, whether you live or do not live, whether you have a place or don't have a place. That man of sin, the son of perdition, is responsible for the government shutdown. They are responsible for everything that is happening in this place. Also, too, Halloween, right? I wanted to wait until Halloween was over with. But, Salaki, hold on. Y'all give me a moment. right, Salaki. Salaki. So what we must understand is that with Halloween just passing about what, like maybe a week ago. It was last week. It was that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, about four days ago. Not even a whole week, but 4 days ago, with Halloween, right? Tragedy has struck at an all-time high. Once again, holiday parties. People are losing their life in Minnesota. I want to say, like, you know, some people that some family, not family, but I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's family, friends. I can see all through my timeline, people that I know are saying RRP to people that they know. So mutuals, so to speak, right? And it's very devastating. All right. People have lost their life immediately on the day of Halloween. Once again, it's not a coincidence, man. When these holidays come about, the crime rate is up the roof. When we're talking about theft, when we're talking about assault, sexual assault, when we are speaking about, unalivings, all these things are happening because of these holidays. And once again, it's a business. Like you would think with all the crime that happens on these holidays, you would think as someone who has power, they would say, like, you know what, let's actually cancel all the Halloweens and the Christmas and the Thanksgiving and New Year's, because we know that this is going to cause people to unalive each other, to steal more, and things of that sort. I mean, with the shutdown and the holidays being right next to each other, I mean, you can only expect things to be worse. Nothing is going to be so happy and lovely about the holidays anymore. It's about to be like the purge out here. Crime is going to be at an all-time high because we're seeing it a little by little right now. But it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And we are, 35 days into the shutdown? 35 days in. And let's see how long this is going to last, because already it's getting pretty ugly. All right, so let's drop that. Let's jump into ICE real fast, right? Let me see if I can play this video. Let me see. There's a video of an ICE agent that was under the influence, right? And he was arrested. But let me see if I can find this video. I'm surprised they're blocking out the video. Wow. Let me see. Give me one moment. Detained while having children in the car. And of course, he went to jail and everything, as he should, because he's a criminal, right? And I'm gonna show you how everything played out. So let me see. Let's do this. Okay, cool. All right, let me put this on the screen real fast. So, like, let me check something real fast as well. Okay. All right, I think we're good. So let me put this video up here real quick. I just want to show y'all something. All right. And let me make sure that we can hear this as well. Give me a moment. Okay. All right. So I'm going to play this video and hopefully, let's see what happens. All right. I want y'all to check this video out and see how this ICE agent was under the influence and what came out of his mouth.
From Miami is facing serious charges after allegedly driving drunk with 2 young children in his car. Tonight, we're seeing new video of the traffic stop that led to his arrest.
Where are you coming from? Miami down here to Marana and then back.
It was August 13th when Monroe County deputies got a call about a car swerving in and out of traffic in Key Largo.
I'm federal.
Okay.
I'm trying to get home. I got my boys with me.
Who do you work for?
DHS.
Deputies found the car near mile marker 36 and a half. 42-year-old Scott DeSareth behind the wheel. DeSareth claimed to work for the Department of Homeland Security.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, I don't.
Okay. But if I called them, they'd verify that you're a
100%, bro.
Deputies say DeSareth smelled strongly of alcohol and was clearly disoriented, unable to tell where he was or where he was going.
You're about 100 miles off of where you think you are.
Oh, no.
You are.
DeSareth is told to exit the car. He becomes increasingly irritated, asking this of one of the deputies.
You don't want to get hit. You don't want you to get hit. That's why I'm trying to do the exercise. That way we can move on.
Are you Haitian?
That's nothing to do with my wrist, buddy.
My question was, are you Haitian?
Now, if you did not hear what he just said, right? He said, "Are you Haitian?" And the man is like, "What? Look, why does that matter? Why are you asking me, am I Haitian? Like that has nothing to do with anything. Why are you asking me, am I Haitian? All right, because this man, this brother, is questioning this drunk ICE agent who is clearly under the influence and who is not where he should be, right? And he's not answering the question. So let's get back to it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay.
After failing a series of field sobriety tests, DeSareth was arrested.
My question was, are you Haitian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where he's from. Okay.
After failing a series of field sobriety tests, DeSareth was arrested, but not without putting up a fight.
Okay. Let's go to the other side. Come here. Come on, man. Don't pull against me. Let's go.
I'm not moving, bro.
Don't do this.
Let's go.
Lane. Okay, I'm gonna.
Hey, come on, buddy. You're not doing this.
DeSareth was charged with DUI and child endangerment. The 2 children were turned over to their mother. Authorities say ICE has not fired DeSareth, but they expect him to go through alcohol treatment.
Now, let me stop that, right? There's another thing. There's another part where there's another part in that video that they did not show, but there's another part where, so he asking this man, is he Haitian? But he also said, how come you're not worried about, those guys over there? Those guys he's talking about are other people of color. He's pretty much saying, like, instead of worrying about me, why are you not worried about those other people, those thugs? How they always say. And the problem is this, right? Even in their drunkenness, even when all eyes are on them, they are caught up in trouble. They still try to find a way to show their level of hatred against you. All right, like just so goddamn disgusting and evil. You know that you are in the wrong, that you are under the influence, and yet you still worried about if this man is Haitian and what those other group of people are doing. That has nothing to do with you right now. All right, okay, like nobody is in the hot seat except for you. And I just want to show you something. And also, too, which is very funny, right? What in the hell does it take in order for a police officer, for a senator, for an ICE agent to get goddamn fired? Because they said, and also, too, he was charged with endangerment of children and under the goddamn influence. So once he gets out, which he got out, he's back on the street. They're just gonna, slap him on the wrist and give him a little class that he has to attend for his alcoholism. But however, they're not gonna fire the man. Any other job, you're done. You're done. If you were a person of color, you're out of here. You're bad for business. You're going to stain the reputation of the company. Understand that they are looking to lock up undocumented illegals, right? So to speak. But when the ICE agents that are looking to arrest or detain the so-called illegals, understand that they are the illegals. Caucasians and Europeans are illegal immigrants. Go talk to the Italians, the Russians, the Ukrainians that are in America. Please don't get me started. And go talk to all that different groups of Africans, not African Americans, because we are not Africans, right? I hope I don't have to keep teaching that again, which I just might. Go talk to the East Indians, the ones with the dot on their forehead. Go talk to the Arabs. Go talk to all the people that do not belong in America, on Native Americans' land. Go talk to them. Because however, how in the hell can the Mexicans, can the Puerto Ricans, can the Haitians, can the African Americans be, and Native Indians be illegal on their land? We were here first. We discovered this way before all you Christopher Columbus ass people. Come on, man. And I want to get a scripture, right? Because once again, that disgusting drunkard of an ICE agent is worried about locking you up while he's under the influence when he should be in jail, not you. Right? But however, let's get a precept. All right. I want to get this precept because this is going to embody the spirit of these people that we want to join and be like, that we want to serve their American dream so bad and be in their likeness with the holidays and things of that sort, birthdays, right? Let's get Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. All right. Where are we? Boom, boom. Once again, if anybody has any questions or concerns, please type it into the chat. So here we go. Oh, okay, here we go. All right. This is Ezekiel chapter 35, verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. Now, what does the word perpetual mean? The word perpetual simply means everlasting. Something that is everlasting, like the word infinity, right? Everlasting hatred, meaning that it never ends. Perpetual is something that's everlasting, that has no end, when you look at the definition. And that's their hatred for you. That's their hatred for you. Like understand this, right? A white girl just said this. I was watching something on Instagram, right? And it's, I gotta find this video because it was so good, right? This white girl was asking a question about just why are white people so obsessed with people of color? Not only was she just talking about so-called African Americans, but also the so-called Latinos as well, Native Indians. She was like, when you look at history, it seems like, she was like, I'm not entirely sure if I'm asking the right question, but to me, it seems like, it goes beyond more than just the color of their skin. Because a lot of people in their ignorance, they believe that white people do not like the Mexicans and black people because of the color of their skin. It's far more broader. I mean, it's far more deeper than that, right? It's more than that. It's not about the color of the skin. They could care less if you was pink, blue, green, so on and so forth, right? It's just the fact that history always is going to teach itself. In history, since God's chosen people were established by the Most High, there's always been a separation and a hatred there. Let's look at Cain and Abel. Let's look at Jacob and Esau. Let's look at, just other examples today. There's always been some type of hatred between God's chosen people. And however, do not be fooled. Our oppressor knows truly. He knows truly who we are as a people. That's why with all his lies and deceit, he's trying to keep you away from the truth of knowing who you are. Also, too, one thing that a lot of people are not talking about that came out maybe last year or earlier this year, where there was pretty much beef between Putin and Trump, and Putin's chess move was, okay, you know what? I'm going to come out with I'm gonna go on national TV, and I'm going to show how these paintings and these artifacts that we have in Russia, they represent Black and Hispanic people. You want to know why? Because they are the true Jews of the Bible. Now, a lot of people did consume it and post about it and was eating it up, right? A lot of people were on social media was like, oh, look what Putin said, blah, 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 right? But however, it still didn't cut deep enough. Like once again, like it didn't transform the minds of Black and Hispanics to know truly who we are, and it didn't sever us. It didn't separate us to stop, spending our money to the holidays and just still loving this place called America, and it stopped us from going to church and things of that sort. Now, some of us we took heed to it, but not a whole group of us, right? We are still under the mind control of just, loving America and living within the society and its norms, right? But again, I want to read this one more time. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity. Now, bloodshed it's always happening right now in our calamity. The word calamity, I believe in simple terms, it's simply like in our foolishness. But I'll just double check. Calamity, right? Let me see. All right, calamity. A disastrous event marked by great loss and lasting distress and suffering. Oh, so pretty much this, right? A state of deep distress or misery caused by major misfortune or loss. So our calamity is just our destruction, okay? And our destruction of Christianity, blood is being shed. And our destruction of crime and theft and celebrating these holidays is blood being shed by our oppressor. So because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. So that's right now, man. Once again, our oppressor, any opportunity that they find to oppress us, they will. And the hatred never stops. No matter how much you sing and dance, no matter how much you try to be like them, try to be in their seats, try to be at a status of their, of their stature. No matter how much holidays you try to celebrate, no matter how many times you try to incorporate yourself into this idea or this ideology of what it means to be an American, they will continue to always hate you. And hatred is not just a feeling. The hatred is actions that are against you. Hatred is not something that you feel, it's something that you do. And what's really hatred is that you are being blamed for any and everything that is wrong with this place when you are not responsible. You are being detained, being unalived for crimes that you are not committing. but crimes are being committed against you. The question that I'm always going to continue to ask is, when do we disconnect from this place? That's my question. When do we disconnect from this place? Have you had enough of the ass whoopings? Have you had enough with all the suffering that we have gone through as a people? Once again, the Bible has the answers to all your problems. It has the solutions. It's one thing that, as a community of, Black and brown people, we come together, we talk about the problems, but the solutions that we try to use to attack the problems do not stick. And that's because we do not have a foundation. First, in order to fix any problem, you got to get to the root of it. And the reason why Black and brown people cannot handle or fix the issues within our community is because we don't know what the root is. The root is our sin. We have separated ourselves from the Most High and what He has said to do, which was to keep His law, statutes, and commandments. Like understanding the power of listening to and understanding what the Bible truly says and what to do, it would transform everything and fix all of the issues that you can think of overnight. If all of us was to hearken to this thing overnight, all our problems would be fixed. Have you wondered, like, damn, okay, a lot of Black people say, damn, you know what? Let's stop putting dollars into Target, Walmart, these big corporations, Microsoft. Like when Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon, I forget which one it was, but when Jimmy, had got canceled by the white elites because of his comments regarding Charlie Kirk and all of that BS, right? Everybody decided to stop messing with Netflix, Disney, Hulu, so on and so forth, and they lost millions to billions of dollars damn near overnight. And then what happened days later, like days to a week later? They put Jimmy back on the map. They put him back on TV. They put him back on TV. Do you know how much power that is to have? To where you say, you know what? Because they did this to that person, this is how we are going to respond. How about every time that we see that our lives are being lost behind American holidays that are supposed to be about family, fun, and enjoyment, and we see that we are losing our lives, how about we say, you know what? This year, we are not buying Halloween costumes. This year, we are not celebrating Christmas. This year, out of respect for my North American Indian brothers and sisters, my familia, my family, I'm not going to celebrate this day because it's very dishonorable and distasteful against them, and I don't want to offend them. Do you know how much power is in that? And Thanksgiving sells, the business behind Thanksgiving, the money that goes into it is going to drop down. Imagine if we just did that forever. But let's take baby steps. Imagine if we just did a whole year of no holidays, no money towards holidays or birthdays. What if we just made that big sacrifice and just watched all of this crumble? If only you knew the Bible, if only you knew the truth, which we are teaching in the ISUPK, the truth and the true knowledge of this Bible, man. The law, statutes, and commandments is the thing that is going to fix everything that is wrong with this place and the people in it. I pray you understand, all right? Let me see. Okay, let me see something. All right, so let's get a couple more scriptures real quick before we jump out of here. Let me get like one or two more, right? So we all get that. Boom, boom, boom. Where else do I want to go? Let me see. I got 1,000 precepts. Okay. Yeah, I might have to grab two. Yeah, I might have to grab two. All right, let's get Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 49, and we are going to read just a little bit. All right, I want y'all to bear with me. Let's see. All right. So again, this is Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49, and it reads, "The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from afar, or from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth, a nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand." Now, the reason why this is very important, this is the chapter that speaks about slavery. If you never knew that slavery was in the Bible, I highly suggest and recommend Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. This is where you are going to learn true history. All right, nothing about this Bible is fairy tale. All real, all true, all factual. All right, true history that we are living right now. Okay, so the Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far. Now, a nation in this sense is going to be a race, all right, ethnic group, and that nation is going to be who? Our oppressor. Now, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. If you understand that our oppressor is the illegal immigrants, all right, the one that owns America, the one that controls the earth, he is truly the illegal immigrant in this place, not the Hispanics, not the Latinos, not the Mexicans, the Cubans, the Haitians. They are not illegals, all right? However, the oppressor is, and he comes from another place, and it's not America. As swift as the eagle flieth, right? If you know anything about about America, Babylon, and Roman culture or history, they all share something. It's the symbol of the eagle. But I'll dive into that more, deeply into another topic, another day, right? A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand, meaning that they speak a different language. All right, let's keep going. This is the reason why I'm bringing this out. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Where are we? Oh, Lord, hold on. Oh, there we go. All right. Let me see. Verse 50. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young. Now, the purpose of me bringing this out is showing how the so-called illegal immigrants, how they are being treated by the ICE agents, by the drunk ones, the ones that have DUIs, DWIs, the ones that put children in danger, the ones that have a rap sheet of crime, of criminal activity. However, they are a nation of fierce countenance. A fierce countenance just means like a fierce countenance is like aggressive behavior. All right, aggressive behavior, because that's what they are. They are tackling brothers and sisters on the job, like down there in Texas, down there in LA, down there in Chicago, like the stories that you hear, man, earlier this year, back in May or June of this year, where children or most people between May and June, they graduate, right? Certain grades graduate in school between kindergarten all the way to high school, right? Or college. But these elementary children, on this one beautiful day that they thought was beautiful, they decided to, we are going to hold this graduation, And of course, ICE knew that the parents were going to be there for their children, these so-called illegal immigrants. And they, as the children are walking the stage, they're getting their certificate, they're being congratulated for passing that grade. ICE agents ran up and pretty much kidnapped these goddamn parents, these Latino parents, man. And the fact that the children had to sit there and watch their parents be ripped away on this so-called beautiful day, which is absolutely vile. So vile. These are the people of fierce conscience who do not regard the young nor show favor to the old. I'm sorry, I said that backwards, but regard the person of the old and show favor to the young. But vice versa, it's the same goddamn thing. It's no different. I'm talking about elderly people. I mean, man, the terrible stories of ICE agents, the things that they are doing, man. And also, too, they're kidnapping people, brothers and sisters, so-called illegal immigrants that are legal by paper and inside and out, that have been born here, all of that have no criminal background, nothing. Like, once again, man, our oppressor is the problem. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Let me see. Actually, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there on that one. What time is it? All right, let me get into one more thing, right? I want to end the class with this right here. Boy, oh boy. All right, let me see. Here we go. All right, this is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. One of my favorite precepts, because this is a question that has everybody must answer that is not inside of the ISUPK. Now, Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. Now, how long, ye simple ones? Because those that, love America, love society, hate the Hispanics, are happy for the shutdown and happy for Trump, and is, they are a part of the left crew or the right crew, and Democratic and Republicans, right? And I'm only speaking to so-called African Americans, Latinos, and North American Indians. All the other people, I'm not speaking to you. I could care less, right? But how long, as God's chosen people, what we should be? How long will we love simplicity? How long will we love this society? How long will we be joined to this place called America? Understand that the more that you are joined to this place, the more that of its plagues you are going to receive. And you are going to, reap the benefits of it. And it's not going to be good. You are going to find out, if you already haven't, that America does not love you. It does not have your best effort. And that the Lord is going to destroy this place, which he's already doing. It's happening. But at the end, when it's all said and done, the Most High is going to leave nothing standing in this place. It's all going to be burned to the ground. And at the end, are you going to plead your case and try to beg the Lord for mercy? I think not. I don't know if that's going to work out for you. It's better right now that you separate, that you get a clear understanding, no matter what you do, no matter how much love and support that you pour into this place, you are going to be disappointed. You are not going to have any love or support back from this place. Long story short, it's best that you separate from this place. The relationship that you have with the oppressor has to stop. Because it is absolutely abuse. It's vile. It's domestic. It's time for you to understand that it's high time to wake out of sleep. Because sooner or later, man, the only thing that you are going to end up is in the grave. You are going to end up, in the worst situation possible. Understand that the ISUPK under Commander General Yohana is the only solution with all the distractions and with all the problems surrounding you. The ISUPK is the only solution. I pray you understand. So how long will you love simplicity? Let me know. How long will you allow yourself to fall in love or be in love with everything that this place has to offer you, so to speak? How long will you lean on America instead of leaning on the Most High? How long will you do it? Because this place is going to be the death of you. It's going to cause your demise. It's going to continue to destroy your people, you and your family. How long will you say enough is enough, man? All right, so with that being said, Imagine, which means to stand. All right. All right, let's get into it. All right, this is the Israelite School, a University of Practical Knowledge, Security Announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, 8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew, Mayashua. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. A priest fund, which the free will offer for a priest, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation. So, as you know, December 14th is going to be the Feast of Dedication, also known as Hanukkah. All right, December 14th, I believe on a Sunday. Okay. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, they start wearing all black, boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, once again, I imagine, which means to stand. Wapani Hakudam, which means to face the east. For time's sake, we are going to get into the Lord's Prayer, all right? This is the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 8-13. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shukah, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Rakazaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arakaza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Lathalanawa, Lakam, Kol, Yawam, Wasalak Nanawa, Kawawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Taba'a Nawa, Wanasayawan, Abal, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Ra, Kiyah, Lakab, Hamalakwat, Wa Allah, Wa Taparaf, La Awalamya, Aman. In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Amen. All right, Sar, which means to turn. All right. Sar, which means to turn. Courtesy salute for the men. Men of Israel, Imagine, Mashbat, Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Barakatah. Yahweh hands to your side. Courtesy salute for the sisters. So Bisar, which means to turn. Minute Israel, Imagine Shabbat, Imagine Barak, Yahweh Shamar Allah Ba'Shem Yahushua. Yahweh, class dismissed. All right. Shalom, Israel. And that's not how it should be, man. This scripture that Christ had told his disciples is how you stop crime as a whole. Because when you go to him and him alone, and for you sisters out there who love the beef and who don't like to talk to another woman about, how she, treated you, you sisters need to go to her alone as well.
Nobody is holding you accountable for the things that you say you were doing or not doing. There's no, like the scriptures say, everything should be done in decency and in order.
That's right.
There's no order and decency with you going on the internet and running in the streets with no guidance, without being sent, without being anointed by the man of the Lord, by being sent by a man of God out there on them streets. You must be sent. When you hear us say salute, Shalom Yahweh Shem Shabbat, right? That is Hebrew. Okay? Shalom, Shalom, that is not Hebrew. I don't know where you learned that from, most likely from Esau, from the Jewish. On the street corners. And we ain't selling dope, but we are teaching you how to keep the law, statutes, and commandments. We are teaching you how to not be a drug addict and a drug dealer. Right. How to keep you out of prison. How to not make you a target for Esau to use.